Om Shanti. Today, Bab Dada reminds us that you are godly students and you need to focus on the study, because this study is taught only once in a cycle when Baba incarnates, and he teaches us the spiritual study. Baba says that those who study in a college, they always pay attention on themselves. Those who always have a desire to take the scholarship, they study day and night and they make themselves worthy for the scholarship. However, that is a temporary and that is the imperishable one. Whereas Baba says that you can take that scholarship here for 21 births. So you need to pay a lot of attention towards this study, as this is the imperishable one. Baba says that whatever is taught in the class, we need to churn the points and we need to listen to this knowledge with a lot of attention and start imbibing in our lives, because the spiritual teacher comes from a very far away land. Baba teaches us equally. He doesn't do any partiality. The one who teaches us is the number one, but the children who take this knowledge are number wise. Baba says we should be number one in this study. We should always have this attention that our place is number one in this study. Today's date is 15th July. The essence of Murli is: sweet children, give the Father the news of your stage with an open heart, because He is the one who makes our future very bright. So Baba says, be true with the Father. The remembrance of the Father can only stay in a true and open heart. Because Baba likes those children who are true. Baba's praise itself is like Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So you need to be honest while presenting your chart to the Father, and Baba always helps the honest children. Baba also becomes satisfied with such children. If you want to convince or if you want to satisfy the Father, you need to be just true and honestly present yourself in front of the Father. Question: although all, young and old, are at this time in their stage of retirement, what words cannot be said by you? This is the time for every soul to go beyond sound, but still Baba says that there are few words which cannot be said or it cannot emerge from your mouth. Answer: Baba, now hurry up, let's go home. There is a lot of sorrow here. Baba explained once very clearly. There are few children in the worldly life who think that if the father dies soon, they'll be getting the inheritance. So Baba says that there are few children here also who says that if Baba goes away, we'll be able to go to the heaven. So Baba says, Such words cannot, such thoughts even cannot be created by you. Baba says that because of a lot of pain and sufferings here, children sometimes create a thought to just go home. Baba says that you children cannot say this because you are now sitting personally in front of God. This is the biggest fortune that we are right in front of the God. You have now received the lap of coolness. At this time, you have become the highest on high. Baba says that this life is a diamond worth life. In the golden age, your degree will be reduced. The life of the confluence age is diamond worth, whereas the life of the golden age is worth of a gold. You children will become deity children in golden age, not God's children. This is why you cannot say hurry up. Baba says, hurry up, let the destruction take place. Such thoughts cannot be created. Right now you are in front of the God. Baba says that the lap of coolness is on the lap of God. You have becoming highest on high. There is a difference of day and night between the deity children and the God's children. We will experience this coolness particularly because we had become those who had become stone intellect where this knowledge was not understood. Baba gives an example. If you just pour water on it just evaporates. Song, the heart desires to call out to you. Om Shanti. You sweetest children who call out now know. Devotees call out to God. You are no longer devotees. You are children. Children remember him and also write, Baba, we wish to listen to you directly. You continue to invite him and say, Baba, I want to listen to you. It's difficult to listen to Baba directly apart from through the mouth of Brahma. The name mouth-born creation of Brahma, the decoration of the Brahmin clan has been given. It's such a good name. We wear jewelry only to enhance the beauty. So Baba says we are the ones who will enhance the look of Baba's garden. So Baba says we are the beauty of all these clans, that is deity, warriors, merchants and then Shudras. We are on the highest. The name mouth-born creation of Brahma, the decoration of the Brahman clan which has been given, is such a good name. There are many Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. They have been given knowledge. The Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, who is the ocean of knowledge, is also called the ocean of happiness. It's also sung, remover of sorrow and bestower of happiness. Only Shiv Baba is that. He is the only one apart from whom nobody can take out our sorrow. So many different names have been given to him. There are a number of Shiv Baba's temples. Each temple's name is different, which is given according to the responsibility he takes during the confluence age. There is a lot of praise of him. People sing Har Har. that is, remover of sorrow, or remove our sorrow. They sing this to God. However, because of not knowing God, they say to Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, Dev, Dev, Mahadev. They have forgotten Shiva and say this to Shankar. In fact, Shankar doesn't remove our sorrow. It is Shiv Baba who removes our sorrow because they have made Shiva and Shankar one. That is why they call out this praise to Shankar. Baba says that the subtle body of the Shankar is even very well known, but Shiv Baba even doesn't have that. Baba had explained on this once very clearly. Even Shankar doesn't come into the cycle of birth and death, and the Shiv Baba also doesn't come. If you just see in the scriptures, the Shankar Puri, that is the land of Shankar and the land of Shiva, are shown very close. That is why Baba says they have made that one. Neither Brahma or Vishnu would be called Mahadev. Baba says both of them have physical parts. Shankar only resides in the subtle region. Only the incorporeal God is the purifier who removes our sorrow. Shankar would not be called purifier. All the praise is that of one. The two forms of Vishnu are Lakshmi and Narayan, or Radha or Krishna. They have their separate births. The incarnation of Vishnu is also remembered. They show four-armed image. However, they don't know that Lakshmi and Narayan first become the Princess Radha and Prince Sri Krishna in heaven. Only you know this. You also know that there are very strong storms of Maya in a subtle way. Maya makes you forget. She brings many storms. If children continue to ask about anything with an open heart, people worship Radha and Krishna as well as Lakshmi and Narayan, but they don't know this, that Lakshmi and Narayan would become Radha and Krishna in their young age. Even we were not aware of this. How we see storms, physical storms, in the same way we get the storms of Maya in a subtle way. We need to be very careful. Maya makes you forget. She brings many storms. If you children continue to ask about anything with an open heart, you can receive the answer to the question. There are many types of storms. There are many types of physical storms. What and all names are being given to that. In the same way, Baba says that there are many types of storms, that is, dreams, bad thoughts, many types of storm. A hurricane is called storm. This Brahma is well known, and that the Baba has entered him, he has become very well known. As is the country of human beings, so is their dress. Nowadays there are cripples, hunchbacks and blind people. There is a natural beauty, because even the 5 elements are Sato Pradhan. Therefore, you daughters call out to him so that you can listen to this knowledge personally. Some of the things in the songs are correct. The deity religion has disappeared, but temples exist as memorials. Similarly, there are memorials to those of all religions. And Baba says only little information of the Gita is accurate. Only you children understand that only the one incorporeal God is truly called the highest on high. There is his praise alone, and this is the confluence age where souls meet the Supreme Soul. There are many souls. Expansion will continue to take place. You children are now listening to the Father in person. Baba reminds us frequently that you children are now listening to the Father in person. Others too desire to listen to him in person. The more you listen to Baba, the more desire will emerge to listen to him. They cannot come here even though they have the desire because they are in bondage. No one is forbidden to go to other spiritual gatherings. Anyone of any religion can go where Gita is related in Bombay. There are no fees. People go to different gurus in the hope of finding an easy path with someone. People find the way to go back, so they just stumble around. No one knows about the path of liberation or liberation in life. This is why they search so much. There are no gurus, etc. here, just as Brahma, Kumar, and Kumaris. That's all. During the confluence age, the God's family is the unlimited one. We will not come across this kind of family in the entire cycle, because though the family is unlimited, we have very few relationships. That is only the mother, father, and children who are among brothers themselves. If you just see the Iron Age world, there are so many relationships, whereas Baba says aren't many relationships in the confluence age. How the Baba flows, he takes the knowledge from here to there. Baba says that people go to different gurus in the hope of finding an easy path with someone. No one knows about the path to liberation or liberation in life. That is why they search so much. There are no gurus, just as Brahma, Kumars, or Kumaris. That's all. There is no great soul. The Dada is just same as you. There is no difference. There is no difference even in your costume. This one sometimes takes off his shawl, but according to the drama, this is like the official dress. You don't have to look at dress. Your intellects go to Shiv Baba. Other people look at the human body. You forget your own body is also the body of this Dada. When you forget your own body as well as the Brahma Baba's body, then how can you look at somebody's body? You have to become soul conscious. You must not remember this one's body. Shiv Baba is teaching us Raj Yoga through this one. He is the one who is knowledgeful and Trikaldarshi. Because he is the knowledgeful one and Trikaldarshi who sits and tells us the secrets of the beginning, middle, and the end. Baba remembers the old mothers. This is very easy even for the old mothers. In those schools, old women would not be able to understand anything. This is easy for anyone. The father simply says, remember me, just as when a person is dying, he is given a mantra. They say Rama Rama or say this. Generally, it's after going into the stage of retirement that people take a mantra from a guru. Baba also says frequently that since the destruction is just ahead, we need to take this mantra from Baba. However, the father says the whole of the old world is to be destroyed. It is the stage of retirement for all, old, young, and children. No one can say this. The one who takes us back only has the authority to tell this sentence. People ask, are you ready to bring about everybody's death since you talk about the destruction and the death always? Yes, everyone has to die. Some people ask, Baba, how much longer will we have to stay here? We out to go back soon. Some people ask that You always talk about destruction and death. Are you ready to bring everyone's death? At the same time, some people ask Baba how much longer time we'll have to stay here because we have to return since there is a lot of sorrow here. That will also be said as you progress further. Baba says, why do you ask that? Oh, oh, at this time you are personally in front of God and still you say, hurry up. Later the degrees will be degraded. You will go and become a DT child. Then your degree will start degrading. At this time, this lab provides coolness of good. Baba says in heaven also it will be cool anyway, but even those who are hot are made cool, and so this is why this is very good, because this lab that provides coolness is good. Because when you are in extreme heat, just if you come under a tree, you experience coolness. In the same way, Baba also gives coolness to the ones who are very hot. You should not be in a hurry now. At present, we are the highest of all. The whole praise is of this time. The Dilwala temple is a memorial of this time. The Father is the one who wins the hearts of souls of the whole world. The Dilwala temple is for everyone. Souls call out through their bodies, Baba, come and make us new because we have become old. Both the souls and bodies have become old. Baba says that it is the matter of souls. Souls see, but without an intellect they are blind. Human beings cannot be called blind. They do have eyes, but their intellects are blind. Intellects that remember everything have completely forgotten to have remembrance. So Gopikas in different places call out, Baba says that Gopikas in bondage in small villages continue to call out. The Father explains, children, in the golden age there was a household ashram system which was very pure. Now people cause so much distress in order to receive that poison. They don't understand that you are made wiseless here. They don't even know what will you become by being wiseless, because they don't know about the attainments that you receive by being pure. That too, these attainments are for 21 births. Sannyasis to run away from their homes in order to become pure. However, they too don't know that we will become pure and go to the pure world. They don't even have a desire to go to a pure world because they always have a desire to receive liberation. They don't believe these things. At this time, there is so much sorrow that people feel that it would be better to attain liberation or eternal liberation. The Father has explained that according to the drama, no one can attain eternal liberation. You will be liberated from this pain for a short time, but no one can attain eternal liberation. You now know this. The Father says, simply remember your 84 births have come to an end. Baba has now come to take you back. Just remember this much. If you don't remember the Father, there will be many storms, because we didn't know the path to go back home. Sometimes some children think that Maya brings so many storms to make us forget Baba, but Baba says if you become careless, if you miss any of the Srimad, or if you don't remember Baba, Maya brings so many storms. That is why Baba sometimes says that Maya is an obedient child. Maya is children's enemy, whereas Baba says Maya is an obedient daughter of Baba, because it is Maya who makes you remember Baba by bringing many storms. The conscience also says that it's very difficult to remember Baba constantly. Although Baba says you are karma yogis, it's seen that while performing actions you forget to have remembrance. It takes time to reach such a stage. A lot of effort has to be made for that. At college, effort-making children have the hobby of studying day and night. It takes a time to practice having remembrance while performing actions. They try to receive a scholarship from the government. Those students will have a hobby to always study day and night and to make themselves suitable for the scholarship. They beat their heads a lot, make a lot of effort for this. Then they become very happy here too, because they receive the scholarship and they receive high status. Here too the father says that study well and claim a scholarship. First of all, become seated on the heart throne. You should raise a head. You know that Father is now sitting personally in front of you. He sits in this chariot and says to you children directly, child, child. The unlimited Father who sits in this chariot of Brahma and says to our children directly, child and child. The Brahma's body is fixed. The Father says that I am speaking to you souls. You used to call out, Baba, come. I have come now. He doesn't speak with the bodies, he speaks with the souls. Baba also reminds us the way of listening to the Murli. First of all, we need to become soul conscious, then listen to the Murli so that things get imbibed very easily. You souls are incorporeal. I too am incorporeal. You have been remembering me on the path of devotion while adopting different names, forms in different places and time periods. I am now speaking to you personally face to face. You have the support of these bodies. Baba says that he is personally speaking to us face to face. We have the support of these bodies. I have to take this one on loan in order to speak to you children, because he doesn't have a body. The Baba says to children, you now have to renounce your old costumes. You should not have an attachment to these old bodies, because we have to go, since the drama has to end now. Because at the end of the drama, usually actors leave their costumes and they return home. In the same way, in this unlimited drama, Baba says that we have to leave this old costumes of body and then go home. You have to try to remember the Father constantly. If you constantly continue to remember old things or other things, you will have to take punishment. Because if you don't remember Father, your sins will not be absolved. If your account is not clear, then you will have to clear the account in the way of punishment and then return home. As much as possible, remove your remembrance of others. When people go on a pilgrimage, that's all they remember while on pilgrimage, that we are now going to Srinath Dware. Your pilgrimage is truly spiritual. People will have only one thought about the destination when they are on pilgrimage. Baba says even we should have this habit. Souls have yoga with the Supreme Soul, and they continue to come and go from here in order to perform actions for the livelihood of their bodies. No matter where you are, you should have the remembrance. You know that God is not omnipresent. He is the Father and the inheritance is received from the Father. There is no meaning in saying that He is omnipresent. The Father has to give inheritance. He has no desire to receive the inheritance. He desires to give the inheritance to you children. Baba doesn't have a desire to take anything from you. Instead, he has the desire to give to you children. He always has this desire that let children take complete inheritance. It's also in the father's heart that he has to give the inheritance. This is the relationship of a father and child. The children have to receive an inheritance and father too has to give it. What would the Father take from you? He has to give to you. The Lord is pleased with an honest souls. You should also become very honest. Baba doesn't need anything else apart from being very honest. Because He is the truth and He wants us to make honest and true. All of you are children. You should therefore remember the Father who gives their inheritance. Weak children don't stay in remembrance. Baba says that strong children always stay in remembrance. You may perform actions for the livelihood of your bodies. Then when you have time, remember the Father. Baba gives us the margin that while performing actions, you just do because you have to run your livelihood. Then when you have time, you need to remember the Father. When your register of the pilgrimage of remembrance continues to become good, you will experience happiness. All the habits that human beings have continued to grow. It should remain in your intellects that the 84 births have come to an end. The play is now to an end. We should have this habit of remembering the Baba because habits are very natural. So we need to keep this information in our intellects that the play of this 84 births is just coming to an end. We will go back now. That is why Baba says, remember me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have told us. He is telling us to remember Father and remember the home because this is the time to go back home. Man Manabhav is mentioned in Gita twice. There are as many true things in it as a pinch of salt in a sack full of flour. None of the pictures of other religions remain. Your pictures remain. There is an image of Brahma in Ajmer. There is no question of keeping pictures in other religions. Since this is the knowledge and the education, that is why Baba prefers to keep the pictures. There is an image of Brahma in Ajmer. There are many types of Brahmin. They have been given many different names. Look how many languages there are. You children know that there will just be one language in your kingdom. The language that is completely different. There is no Sanskrit. Baba says that there are different names there. Baba used to share a few words. Daughters used to come and share and tell of the language that is used there. You children now should remain happy that you are establishing your kingdom. Then there will be your own language there. The languages that exist here cannot exist there. According to what is in the drama, you will build the same palaces that you did in the previous cycle. Baba says that whatever was built in the previous cycle will be built again. The only thing what you need to carry is to Make yourself full of the treasures of the charitable actions. Here, the British government built New Delhi. You know that you will not use the name Delhi. The old world is to be destroyed. We want the newest world of all. There, the palaces will be studded with the diamonds and jewels. Baba says that those palaces don't exist now, the golden aged palaces. The intellect says that we will build first class palaces there. This world is very dirty. You should talk among yourselves in this way. Respected sister, respected brother, we will now go to our home, then go and look after our kingdom. Baba says, don't involve in wasteful conversations, but always talk about the things that are worth, because when two people meet, they always talk about, if they are engaged in the constructions of a house, they always converse with regard to that. Baba also says the way to talk to each other, that is, respected sister and brother, we will now go back to our home, then go and look after our kingdom. We will wear such costumes. In earlier days, people used to wear real jewelry. There must be so much jewelry in the temples of Lakshmi and Narayan. What would be the Shiva temple be like? They even make the Shivlingam of diamonds. You don't make the jewelries for Shiv Baba. Baba says that there were diamonds which were studded, or they used to make the Shivlingam of diamonds. These matters have to be understood. The Muslims truly came and looted the temple to our Shiv Baba, which was built in the beginning of the path of devotion. You know that the temples to Shiv Baba were built from the Copper Age onwards. From being worthy of worship, you became worshippers. The Somnath temple was built first. This knowledge is called Somraj, which is called nectar. The Father through whom you become wealthy is the one who gives this knowledge. You even build temples to the Father with that wealth. There will also be worshipping. You children don't earn by yourselves. Whatever was given by Baba for half a cycle, the same will be utilized for constructing a temple for Shiv Baba. They will build a temple in every home. You know that when the path of devotion begins, you will become worshippers and create idols. You children know that you have become the lovers of God, beloved, in order to claim the inheritance from Him. They become lovers for wives. Here a soul is a lover of God, that is beloved. You can see all the devotees remember that one. Look how beloved he is. Every soul remembers Baba. The praise of that beloved is very great. He purifies the lovers, those who have become impure. It is soul that becomes impure and the soul which becomes pure. Baba says that the lovers of God have become ugly, whereas the beloved is so beautiful. So Baba comes and makes us beautiful by showing the path of purity. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long last and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children also offer love, remembrance and say good morning, namaste to the mother, father and Bap Dada. The essence for dharana is first one. In order to claim a scholarship, study very well. Raise to be seated on a throne. If you don't want to claim a scholarship, you need not put effort. Baba says, raise to be seated on a throne. Stay in remembrance while doing everything. When you play a musical chair, as soon as the music stops, you have to find your place. So in the same way here also Baba says that you should start to raise to be seated on a throne. Second point, you are on a spiritual pilgrimage, therefore remove the remembrance of everyone else from your intellect and constantly stay in the remembrance of the Father. Keep your register of remembrance good. Baba explained this point with an example that the pilgrims always, they just remember the destination, they forget everything. In the same way, we children also have to remember the Father, nothing else, since we are also on this spiritual pilgrimage. Baba's blessings for today. May you be an embodiment of power and become worthy of worship by bidding farewell to all the vices and becoming a constant yogi and constantly pure. All of you children receive two main blessings from the Father. May you be constantly yogi, may you be pure. Those who experience these blessings in their lives constantly are not yogis for 2 or 4 hours, but they are constant yogis. Those who are yogis, they will just have yoga for 2 or 4 hours or 8 hours. Baba says we are constant yogis because our intellect is always connected to the Baba. It would not be that they sometimes become constantly pure and have bid farewell to all the vices. It wouldn't be that they sometimes become angry or to have attachment. Any vice will not allow you to become an embodiment of remembrance. If you have these vices even in a subtle form, then you will not be an embodiment of remembrance. Only such yogis who are an embodiment of power and those who constantly remain pure become worthy of worship. It is through Baba's remembrance that the soul receives the power, and with this power you can remain constantly pure. Then only those souls become worthy of worship. Slogan. Very good slogan. Stay constantly in front of the sun of knowledge. Your shadow of fortune will always be with you. Always face towards the sun of knowledge. If you just turn away from sun, Baba gives an example here. If you turn towards the sun, even the shadow will just follow you. But if you turn away from sun, then it doesn't follow you. In the same way, Baba says that if you just face or if you just keep Baba with you, that is the sun of the knowledge, then your fortune will be just with you. Today's Avyakt signal. The seed of good wishes is the consciousness of being an instrument and being humble. Until and unless you just have the consciousness of being an instrument and become humble, till that time you cannot have good wishes. You should never try to prove the truth by just losing the manners. If you don't have this manners at the time of proving the truth, then it will not be considered as truth only. The proof or the indication of your manners is that you always be humble at the time of proving your thing. A humble soul always performs the task of construction very easily. Only those souls carry out the construction of a new world. You cannot construct a new world without being a humble. You cannot benefit anyone without being humble. So Baba says, in order to construct a new world, you need to become humble always. Om Shanti. Always be in the lap of the coolness of Baba. Don't await the destruction. Just experience the company of the Baba. Let's experience the bliss of being on the lap of Baba. How much happiness does this lap provide? How fortunate we are. That is why Baba says, always sing the songs. These songs like Wah, my fortune, Wah. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Today onwards, the evening meditation as well as the morning meditation will be in the conference hall, and the Murli class will be in Diamond Hall as usual. All the sisters and the brothers who run Gita Pathshalas, their bhatti will be from August 1st till August 5th. You have to receive the caretaker number from the pad office, and you need to take the Gita Pathshala number also from the pad office in order to attend the bhatti, along with your photo as well as the Aadhaar card copy and the photo of the sent Gita Pathshala. These are the documents which have to be brought at the time of attending the bhatti. As of now, 600 centers, websites have been opened. Those who wish to get an idea about this website are requested to just visit the office which is on the second floor of the Anand Bhavan. Let's remember Baba. Om Shanti.